Number 9 ranked Olympic. They'll be playing number 8 ranked Hough. The winner will face number 1 ranked Richmond Senior.
Ooh, that is not a situation that you want to be in, especially with a team in your conference like Olympic, who had a fantastic year. Coach Thompson had a breakout season, I think, in his first year, which hopefully he's up for some Coach of the Year potential awards there, at least getting some votes. But your award for having a great season, only losing 2 games, is to face Hough. That's another one of the tough things, as we alluded to earlier about the 4AA West. But again, like you know, Cameron Smith, guy's got almost 1,800 yards, has led on that offense. I mean, there you look and have, you know, your stars are, you got Simpkins on the line, you got Ford on the line, you know, you've got these great offensive linemen, McGill, you know, those are your names, as if you look on Hough as you know, a little bit more of the skills that get a bit of the love. Of course, like I said, with Evan Pryor there, I mean, I think it's which back has a better game to me. Honestly, if you know, Cam Smith, you know, can really get going, can do great things and step out there early, and we know Olympic sits on the ball like none other when they got a lead, as I'm sure, you know, you were able to see, but
nope.
But the bigger thing is if they can have that success early over that Hough defense, I think you're really going to see some problems. But again, as we saw last week, if Evan Pryor is in the zone and ready to go, you're not stopping that.
So let me ask y'all, you guys, Coach Grice, Coach Bird, you faced Hough. How would you look at, you know, if you had to play them again, what would you do offensively, for example, against them?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, the bigger thing with that is they're so disciplined. I mean, Coach Chotch does a great job of really trying to take away what you do best. So the bigger thing there is your adjustments. I mean, you know, maybe, you know, building different concepts, different things that you do, your answers to a lot of the things that people are going to try. If they're going to play more man, then potentially, you know, going down the field deep and trying to take your shots there. What I thought we, you know, did a good job as far as the plan and what we had. I mean, we had 5 turnovers. It's never going to help. But really my adjustment would be to just continue to attack the same way. The thing that I love about Chotch, and I think we saw it last year with the 2 Mallard Creek games, is whatever that ailed him in the first game, he's going to ensure that doesn't ail him here. And I think with a run-based team here, you're going to see a lot of different things that he's going to do by really attacking the fronts and ensuring that, hey, I'm going to confuse these big hogs in front to make sure that I'm not sure who I block, and I take that advantage, and those linebackers, which they've got a great pair, are going to make sure they're going to have a field day with tackles.
Well said. Coach Billups, you faced Olympic. What were your thoughts on that?
I got both of them. Cameron Smith is legit, and that O-line is legit. You know, they got, I think, a sophomore receiver. I don't know, the number 2.
Cam Kennedy.
Yeah, Cam Kennedy,
He's going to be a name to watch for. Can Olympic win the game? Yes, they can. That defense, you know, Coach Hart. Funny thing, I played for Coach Hart when I was at West Charlotte. That's why I be laughing all the time when I see them. They go to that ball and they're mean. That's probably one of the meanest teams we played all year. That line, they block you to the whistle blow, and you know you don't be mad. That defense, they gonna hit you. They don't care about getting a little face mask. They don't care about that. You know, it's what you like about football. I hated coaching against them, but as a football player and a coach, you like, man, these boys mean. But it was a close game. They can run the ball with anybody. It's tough to run the ball against us. Well, I can't say it, what's the name? It's pretty hard to feet to run the ball against us. You know, when we're knocking on down in, we can run. We can stop the run. Hough, we played Hough. I think that's when Olsen was hurt, and they had that freshman quarterback. Good gracious, you know, he came in there. He played Thursday night against him, beat Thursday, and he practically beat us Friday. And then, you know, Pryor, you know, don't kick the ball. Coach Thompson, do not kick to that boy. Do not, you know, do not. Don't disrespect him. You know, that boy is electric. I think it's gonna be a better game than what people think it is. I think it just depends if Storm and that D line want to stop that run, which they can. But Cameron Smith probably one of the top backs in the state.
Yeah,
you know, he is.
Coach Bird, what's your thoughts on Hough offensively?
Hough offensively, man, they're probably one of the most dynamic offenses out there, just because they got so many ways they can hurt you. You know, you got a Strongbow quarterback. You had before Barber went down, you had 2 legit, you know, Power 5 type receivers. You got 2 running backs that can start anywhere in the state. Probably the most dynamic offense out there. So it's really just kind of like a pick your poison type deal. Luckily, they don't have Barber for teams they're facing. Luckily, they don't have Barber right now. So, you know, but Devin Taylor, man, he's picked up all the slack that Barber left, man. Like, he's picked it up, boy, especially against us. But having Evan Pryor and Kwesi K for Joy this time of the year is all you could ask for. So, I mean, it's defensively. I know they're going to be ready. I know Chachwell, that's my guy. You know, I talk to him all the time. I know they've struggled a little bit in the secondary this year, just replacing 5, 6 FCS, FBS guys.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to struggle a little bit. But I think that front seven is going to be up to the challenge of stopping Olympics run without a doubt. Storm, you know, all them guys on the D-line. I think he's figured it out. I mean, like I told people when they were 1-3 and we played them, they're not a real 1-3.
That's why the team in the state at that time.
Yeah, they were trying to figure. You know, they had a lot of new pieces. They were trying to figure it out. And you know, like I told people, those guys, they got good ball coaches over there. Coach Baker, Coach Jenkins, Chach, Coach Monroe. So many guys over there can coach ball. Coach Tarver. So I knew they would get it figured out, you know, and that's what they've done. So,
and the bigger piece to that, Coach, is 95% of the teams that would have played against Burns and Myers Park would have had the same result.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's one of the bigger pieces. And then even the Butler game, I mean, you know, Coach was a phenomenal coach, and I mean, it was a good game, but I think that was a little overstated, their demise, I'll say. You know, that was a situation where you know, we actually had the fortune of watching, you know, getting film with watching the Burns game, the Myers Park game. Those are just athletes making plays. I mean, I don't really, you know, of course, you know, they played exceptionally well, but there were some athletes doing some amazing things. I'll say that much. And when you look back at it now, you're sitting there and saying, oh, you know, maybe it was overstated as they finished second in our conference, which is an amazing accomplishment.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Good stuff.